we are group 2. I'm Ngọc Lan.
My name is Bạc Thành Long.
Hi, my name is Mùa A Do.
Hi, my name is Thị Mai Linh.
Hi, my name is Hồng Loan. Today we will introduce our overview about 3 stereotypes in Vietnam societies. Firstly, we will provide the definitions of some terms in Chapter 6 in the cultural competence. It is stereotypes, bias, prejudice, discrimination, and racism. Stereotypes. According to journalist Walter Lippmann, introduced the term stereotyping in 1922 to refer to a selection process that is used to organize and simplify perception of others. Stereotypes are the form of generalization about some group of people.
Bias, according to Cambridge Dictionary, the action of supporting or opposing a particular person or thing in an unfair way because of allowing personal opinions to influence your judgment.
According to Chapter 6 of Intercultural Competence book, prejudice is a negative attitude toward an entire category of people, often an ethnic or racial minority. Prejudice attitudes include irrational feelings of dislike and even hatred for certain groups.
Discrimination, a behavior that accepts or rejects a person based on their membership in a group. Some other concepts, whereas prejudice refer to people, attitude, or mental representation. The term discrimination refers to behavior, manifestation, or that's prejudice. Thus, discrimination can be through or of prejudice in action. Discrimination can occur in many forms, from the exchange of segregation and apathy to spread access in the availability of housing, employment, education, economic resource, personal safety, and leisure protection. Discrimination represents unequal treatment of certain individuals socially because of their membership in a particular group.
In the word racism. Racism, it can involve very powerful emotion reaction, especially for those who have felt the oppression and exploitation that stem from racialist attitude and behaviors. For members of the African American, Asian American, Native American, and Latinx cultures, racism has created a social history stamped by prejudice and discrimination.
Hey guys, some young people say that nowadays love is attached to the mother, especially the girls. They just like and love the man with the money and material. Do you agree with that prejudice? Now we're going to explain and qualify that prejudice, whether it's true or one speech. Whether girls today are more important to money than the lust or generous affection. With the issue, some online newspapers like Weibo.vn and Zanji.com.vn also give some comment on this issue. For me, I do not agree with the above prejudice because it does not properly reflect the reality of women in this day, and it also causes misunderstanding to some people. Love is based on many faces, not necessarily is material. Everyone believes that it too. With this issue, appears some information will be shared on Weibo.pm as first, it's undeniable that a certain portion of the characteristic in that statement is clearly now no longer the time of appearing hurt to golden hurt. There is a slight curvature of love today. This essentially is evaluated on many aspects and means it will not be exaggeration or an extreme. Lust and money inherently cannot be exchanged for each other. But don't know when always got together when it the other love is or not. Money is always a problem. They love each other only clear what's called his love heart. How much salary per month? Which smartphone do they use? When has become the cornerstone of many relationships, including the love. For many reasons, in order to get help from A to Z, in all aspects of daily life, girls can shopping, eat and play freely without worry. Men are too. There are men who still want to flirting of long leg and weak girl who do not know what to do, probably to show skill and material. That's the trend of young people in this period. Life would be very boring without love. People were born in to love each other, but for us to enjoy and have a beautiful life in the future, of course, it's impossible to ignore the economy. Well, in a sentence, seems that money can bring happiness is right. Everybody in the love gives someday love a fully in the life. So for those who care a little bit, it's easily to understand that love is not simple love, but a lot of things to be taken into consider, including material. However, some young people have the prejudice that girls today in lust only matter material, that follow the man who has money, and that it won't beer, and that's a cause of many misunderstandings and create a stigma against good girls. In this modern society, anything needs money, so there are nothing wrong if one make a little sacrifice, a little hesitation to choose an object which ranger to love. Sometimes people love each other, get married just for one reason, is that each other can take care of you, just so that you don't mind, but comfortably live a life that is less worry about the rest of your life. If a person not love and self-love and ultimately matter overcome love, say that so people can see the importance and effect of money in every relationship.
People who say second now love because materially, they are people who do not have deep understanding. They are negative people or they are victims of such problem, so they say that but their work are not true reflection of secular reality. And that is such a precedent that they say with an unfound children, a certain individual without base on actual experience, stemming from a worrisome viewpoint or based on emotion and often tend to underestimate girl. Young people stereotype can be residuary from the educational living environment, and the person's social relationship. Personality is not limited to that, but it is just a form, a gender stereotype of young people. The realistic format I'm talking about today it also relates to a problem in society. According to the Wikipedia Open Encyclopedia, sexism, a pupil in society, a term that emerged in the 20th century, is a form of belief or underqualified in society when it comes to render inferiors, less capable and less valuable than the rest. Discrimination against women. This does not mean that people in need do not have the right to be loved. For a woman, a fashion is indispensable to them because even if a man is a rich person, but if you do know how to respond the woman well, she won't stay with you. They won't readily break up you. Women in the present day, they are also very independent and highly autonomous, not relying entirely on men. Is it true? Guns are not only important in terms of money, but they ask for the love of each other. Such is opinion of most couples who are in love in Vietnam. But saying so is not that we accept that some people do not have rights. It is true that there are people who just for money see immediate benefits but exchange happiness or life for material change. A beautiful and full of love is a love that's a way balance emotion and master and needs the struggle through such sympathy from both sides. A beautiful love for two people must come from the left heat, not because of material attraction. Saying so, me, you, we don't have the right to condemn or any opinion of reasoning because everyone lives their own life. They have the right to choose which direction to take their life. And only they are responsible of themselves. We don't have the right to say anything about the life of others. What I want to say here is just a message to ourselves as well as who are confused by phone, prejudice, and the balance between love, money. So gun also there are many prejudice and opinion about gun. You should always prove that you are always independent and safe on your own feet. Thus, we see such master in the sweep in love, but the most important thing is that consists of many components. So, the topic I just said, we have understood that it is not the judgment we make that reflect reality. And we should not trust anyone of a problem when we do really understand the problem, but we should study it carefully before speaking out to avoid misunderstanding to others. That is why an understanding person. Thank you.
So hi everyone, my name is Mai Linh. So now I will give you some reason why so many people think that anyone with tattoos in their body is dynamite. It means giang hồ. Okay, so I have just searched some new related to the tattoos, and I want to share it with you. So let's start. According to Texas, PBN reported on March 23rd in 2020, this newspaper had titled "Gangster with a Tattoo Rebel Against the Quarantine Area," disparaging the food and making the online community angry. The content of this newspaper talk about young man's control behavior towards police and healthcare staff in the quarantine area. He used speech that were annoying and unconscious with the police. Another magazine, according to the Young newspaper, reported on January 11, 2019, and the title of magazine is to encourage the tattoo gangsters to demand payment of a belt. Specifically, they made a couple serious injured and admitted to hospital. So, I did not upload the image here because it is quite sensitive. In addition, another magazine of Young newspaper titled Khá Bảnh received a sentence of more than 10 years in a prison for gambling behavior and gambling organization. I'm sure many people here know about Khá Bảnh with many clips on Facebook and YouTube. No exception in his body has owned so many tattoos. Above are some of the reasons why people mistakenly think that tattoos are gangsters and bad people. However, I do not completely agree with that opinion because there are many people today have a lot of tattoos on their bodies, but they are not bad people because their tattoos have a hidden meaning for them. They are own kind and honest people. Even they are famous people like actor BB Trần, singer Tuấn Hưng, and singer Sơn Tùng MTP. Yet you can see that BB Trần aim and back of a hand are many tattoos, but everyone knows that he is not gangsters or ruffian. He is a young artist who always brings laughter to everyone with short comedies. The next person I want to talk about here is singer Tuấn Hưng. According to Yan newspaper, Tuấn Hưng is a singer with the most tattoos in VBIC. For him, each tattoo on their body has a unique meaning. Talk about Tuấn Hưng and his tattoo at Newsing's point view. He said that the tattoo that holds the most important meaning in his life is a rose tattoo because it is his mother's name. Okay, the last one is my idol. I'm sure everyone know him. Yes, he is Sơn Tùng MTP. He is also one of the singers who possesses many unique tattoos and personality. There are many small tattoos on his arm. It's still the old saying, he is not gangster. He is a singer and he brings his voice and a talent to everyone. Moreover, he is also one of the Vietnamese singers known by many foreigners such as Thailand and Korea, possessing a strong fan base. A strong fan base because what he brings to the audience are positive and happy things. With the evidence mentioned above, you should have a different view of tattoo people Having a tattoo is a gangster, which is really not entirely true in today's society. Sometimes tattoos are a love memory, and sometimes the meaning of the tattoo comes from their family. Therefore, we should not evaluate everyone with a tattoo as bad. Maybe on their body there are many tattoos, but they are useful for the society. They still work and contribute to the country. So that don't judge a person by their appearance.
Xăm mình không chỉ trở thành cơn sốt với phái mạnh, mà nó có cả sức hút không nhỏ đối với phái yếu. Chuyện xăm mình không còn quá xa lạ trong cuộc sống, nhưng vẫn còn nhiều ý kiến trái chiều về điều này. Có người xem đây là một loại hình nghệ thuật, nhưng đối với một số người, xăm mình được xem là thành phần bất hảo trong xã hội. Liệu xăm mình có thực sự chỉ dành cho những thành phần hư hỏng, và xã hội có nên có cái nhìn thoáng hơn về vấn đề này? Đã từng có những câu chuyện con dâu bị mẹ chồng dè biểu, kỳ thị, hay bị quỷ hôn sát ngày cưới vì chồng sắp cưới cho rằng vợ là người hư hỏng khi phát hiện hình xăm trên cơ thể. Còn có những trường hợp ngậm đắng nuốt cay khi đi đến đâu cũng không xin được việc vì có hình xăm trên cơ thể. Mới đây, cộng đồng mạng xôn xao câu chuyện một cô gái bị bạn trai từ chối vì có hình xăm. Hậu quả không những không xóa được hình xăm mà còn để lại những vết sẹo nham nhở, mất thẩm mỹ. Có một số ý kiến bình luận cho rằng việc xăm hình chưa thể kết luận được vấn đề tốt xấu của cô gái, nhưng chàng trai đã vội quy chụp và đòi chia tay thì lý do ấy không đủ sức thuyết phục. Cũng có một số bình luận đồng tình với quyết định của chàng trai. Có thể nói đối với nhiều người, chuyện xăm mình là nghệ thuật mang tính phá cách, nhưng tất cả đều có tính hai mặt, bởi xã hội hiện nay chưa dễ dàng chấp nhận cái mới mang tính nổi loạn.
After you have been watching the above video, can you get the first stereotype in Vietnam? Right, the first stereotype, tattoo is giang hồ. Nowadays, tattoo is a trend among younger from 18 to 30 years old, especially students, official workers, and criminals. According to Thanh Niên website, some people think that tattoo is fashion and art. Other people believe that tattoo is thugs, thieves, criminal, and giang hồ. So, tattoo is good or bad? According to the news newspaper, their opinion that humans with tattoo often unreliable, which is still exists in family and society. According to người đưa tin website, the girl hit her husband to get tattoo. Then her husband scored her for their a bad girl and bitch. Based on the Q&Me website, you can see the bar charts. How do you feel when you see people with tattoo? Some people feel that humans with tattoos are fashionable and mostly younger people, about 23%. Nearly 30% of people who have stereotypes about humans with tattoos. Before we explain the reason for this stereotype, let's look at what is tattoo and its history. According to the Wikimedia website, tattoo is a form of the tattoo with ink, which in turn changes skin pigmentation. Some people get a tattoo to make beautiful impression or other purpose. Tattoo is popular in many countries, such as Japan, American, Chinese, and North Africa. In Vietnam, tattoos are a long-standing custom. Based on lĩnh nam chí quái, Asian Vietnamese tattoo injures on their body to avoid being by water matter. Tattoo is most developed in the dynasty of Chen, especially braver soldiers tattoo on their arm to show their determination to defeat the aggressor Mông Nguyên. From definition and history, tattoo aren't young for crimination. As the name Giang Hồ, white people have stereotype. Tattoo is Giang Hồ.
Chào bạn, bạn nghĩ sao về
mẹ kế là một người ác độc, không bao giờ yêu thương con của người trưởng.
For generations of both, stepmother loves her husband's children. Is the familiar proof reflects the reality of the relationships between the stepmothers, a stepfather, and the children of the remarried person. According to Stereotype.com, in the history and in fairy tales, people believe that stepmother are bad characters, or stepmother in fairy tales make listeners torn by their tricks and cruelty. Hearing her stepmother is haunted, let's live without her. According to Saigon online newspaper, I have always believed that there are good and bad people in life, and not everyone is the same. If there are cruel, unscrupulous stepmothers, then somewhere else their emotion has lies disease, although they are not blood. They can still live happily together. I still keep that thought in the midst of all the information the stepmother abused and mistreated her husband's children every day. However, this proves in a complete truth. However, sometimes the cake has grown. For example, a TV program named The Seventh Wish on VTV3 make a wish from stepmother for her husband's sons. I must say, how beautiful life is still when people live nicely together. A stepmother thought it would be like any other person in the world. She entered her husband's house with the anxious eyes of the neighbors and disgust of the children, but what makes people realize each other is that time passes and good things comes again. Her love is greater and greater than her biological mother. Everything in the house is on her own. Anyhow, it's not quite rough. Even difficulty appear, but there we still find happy smile, bring a little bit of vitality to the little roost house. I can basis the common child, stepchild, stepfather, stepmothers, something so terrible. So really wanting to build a happy home life. There will be many ways to do this. Negative thoughts that the public stepping of the father or mother's stepchildren is just an old thought, no longer imports into their life. In conclusion, there are many other stereotypes in Vietnam societies. Of course, there are nothing is 100% true. Therefore, we should give up the stereotypes, forget the bad sides, and look forward to the positive aspects to make the world a better place. Thank you for watching and listening, and we will see you the next time.